A Florida school district has pulled 176 books from its libraries to comply with the new state education reform law championed by Governor Ron DeSantis.
Over the past 3 years, we have seen a startling increase in the number of books that have been challenged.
My name is Dan Splendori. I'm an English teacher at Uniondale High School. I've been teaching ELA for about 15 years.
Hi, I'm Mr. Canavan. I am a high school social studies, psychology and history teacher at Locust Valley High School.
My name is Nancy Bertrand-Loesch. I've been a librarian since, I'm trying to think now. I've been working in libraries since I was 14, and I started working in a public library just as a summer job and never left, basically.
My name is Anami Germans.
And my name is May Germans.
And we are co-presidents of the Locust Valley High School Book Club.
An infamous and scurrilous book against many good and chief men of the country, full of lies and slanders, and fraught with profane calumnies against their names and persons and the ways of God.
So American history has a pretty long history with censorship of media and books in particular. If we go back, notably before the Civil War, books that challenged slavery and the status quo were oftentimes banned. Most notably, Uncle Tom's Cabin in the 1850s, a book that was sympathetic to the slave experience and played a key role in the North of spreading abolitionist ideas. If I fast forward 1870s, 1880s into Gilded Age, famously the Comstock laws of the 1880s and 1890s were laws that tried to outlaw material that might be promoting new ideas like birth control and that might be like challenging existing social norms. Then famously in the 1920s, the teaching of evolution was censored across the United States, and this culminated with a big national case over can high schools teach evolution in the famous Scopes monkey trial in 1925. If we fast forward, a lot of the censorship for books and media then dealt with fear of communism, and the Red Scares, and especially in the Cold War, late 40s and 1950s. Books that may have been sympathetic to socialist or communist ideas were oftentimes banned. More modernly, this issue has come up again as books that deal with issues of racial identity or sexual identity have been the targets of many groups across the country.
The whole idea of libraries, whether it's a public library, whether it's a school library, is access to information, and especially in like a public library, providing access to all ideas, all topics, and not having anyone at the gatekeeper, not someone saying yes or no with regards to what information we provide. That's the key, is just allowing people to read and learn what they want to learn about. And especially in school libraries as well, we do cover the curriculum, but then there may be something in the curriculum that a student wants to learn more about another language or another religion that they haven't learned about in a curriculum. I want to provide access to that student for the books on other topics as well. So access to information is key. That's what's at its core, is access. We need to provide access to everybody.
When I hear the term censorship, I guess I'm dating myself because I am in my late 30s, that when I think of censorship, I think of the parental advisory sticker on CDs. And I guess my generation was the first one that really experienced it. And when I think of the censorship, I think of cursing, I think of the inappropriate language, and I think of it more as an auditory thing, where if we hear these things, we don't want certain people to hear them. But usually our younger students, our elementary school kids, our young teenagers, young adults. And when it comes to censoring books, but you have to read them, you have to open the book to see it. So for censoring them, we're not even giving them the opportunity to know it. Where I feel like when you censor things, you want to avoid hearing it, you want to avoid experiencing it. But if you're censoring a book, then you're not getting that opportunity to, but you're not opening the book to begin with. Does that make any sense? Where to me, I understand the worry of certain people hearing certain things, but before reading, there was a spoken word. So if somebody's gonna say something or something's gonna know something, somebody's gonna share it with them verbally. So if you're allowed to speak it because it is an amendment in the Constitution, then why can't we read it?
Censorship is only growing across the United States. The Department of Education, underneath the Donald Trump administration, has referred to book bans as a hoax and has denied the legitimacy of book bans in the United States. On January 24th, 2025, the Department of Education's Office of Civil Rights removed the position of book bans coordination. Experts at the American Library Association warned that this could lead to an increase in the already high amount of censorship across the United States. So fight back. At Locust Valley High School, the book club put together a banned books display.
Obviously, current events, a lot of books are getting banned recently across the country. A lot of books that we learn in school, like The Great Gatsby being one, To Kill a Mockingbird, which we all learning about the books we all really enjoyed.
So as a book club, we decided to do the banned book display to show other people some of the books that are banned, but to still show that it's important to read literature that may have controversial ideas, because it opens your mind and kind of makes you a more well-rounded person.
Yeah, and the book display, which can be found outside the library, there's a bunch of bricks that we painted with book covers, and right next to it is the book of that brick. So they kind of are right there, and you're free to check out the book and read it.
Don't let others decide what stories can be told. Read banned books, support local libraries, protect your voice and your freedom.